It's heating up out there. Iced coffee season! Good morning. It is day... What is it? It is day 12 of my daily UK lockdown vlogs, videos, you know, kind of varied at this point, but I'm doing them daily as a kind of personal way to document these weird times we're living in, and also just to keep people company, you know? Today, what I'm going to be talking about is the games that I've been playing while we've been in isolation, on lockdown, and, you know, games I'd probably recommend you play as well, because the reason I'm playing them is because they're fun, right? That train of thought didn't work. But, yeah, so let's get started. So, the game I'm spending most of my time on right now, which you probably won't be surprised to hear, is Animal Crossing. Seems like everyone on the entire planet is playing Animal Crossing right now, and I've got to say that it's with good reason, right? Like, they're so nice, and it's one of those games that's so hard to describe to someone why it's fun. It's like The Sims, right? Which, I mean, I didn't personally get anyway, so maybe that's a bad example, but when you say what it is on paper, it doesn't sound exciting, right? So for anyone unfamiliar with the series, Animal Crossing is a Nintendo game that's been around for donkey's years, and essentially what you do is you live in a village populated by little cutesy animals, and you spend your days sort of like growing fruit so that you can sell it, so that then you can afford to expand your house, keeping the village pretty, planting flowers, catching bugs and fish and stuff like that, so that you can, like, you know, catch all of them or sell them so that, you know, you can maybe expand your house faster, buy furniture. It's all very, very cutesy like that. It's like a hugely successful series, and they're such fun games. They're super customizable, they're super fun and light and cheery to play, and especially at this kind of time, they're just a really, really good escape, right? Like, this isn't the world that people want to be living in right now, and being able to go into a cute little game like Animal Crossing and just, you know, chill out, listen to some music, catch some fish, just take things super slowly is just so nice. The game plays on a real clock as well, so it's like matched with the time in the real world, if that makes sense. So there's only so much stuff you can do in a day, and the next day, when you wake up, you know, you might have a new visitor to your village, or some fruit might have grown, so it really sort of, you can't power your way through it. Well, some people do with like a mechanic called time travel, which, you know, it's fine, but I don't play like that. I do sort of stick to the regular clock, and it keeps you chilled out because you can't rush it. You can't just complete Animal Crossing by absolutely caning it for 2 days. That's just not the way it works. But it's just so refreshing right now to have something so delightful like that to play. And on a personal level, this is the first one Ben's really been into, so we get to play it together while we're trapped indoors. Loads of people on Twitter and stuff as well I'm in a group chat with, and we talk about who's got the best prices for selling things and stuff. It's just really, really nice. It's got a really good little sense of community about it. If you must know, my town is called Flange, because I'm desperately unfunny, and my favourite villager is called Mac, because he's really cute and nice, and although, you know, you project a lot onto these characters that are just pre-scripted, he seemed the most welcoming when we all turned up. So I like him, and I give him a present every day, and it's just cute, and he sends me a present back. He's nice. Thanks, Mac. If you want to be friends on Animal Crossing, then I will put my Switch code at the end of the video. And I'll also put it down in the comments as well. The other game I'm playing every day, and I've played it every day for about 2 years now, is Hearthstone. So, I've been playing Hearthstone, like I said, solidly, like every day for about 2 years. But before that, I'd been playing it for about 2 years before that, so maybe I've been playing it like 4 years. If you don't know what Hearthstone is, it is a sort of electronic trading card game type thing. You can't trade the cards, so maybe that's a bad example. It's an electronic card game by Blizzard, featuring all of like the characters and world of World of Warcraft. Hearthstone is played against another person, and you each have a deck, and in that deck you have cards you use against each other to try and get the other person's health down to 0, and then you win. that's kind of like the base level of it, right? Like, it's one of those games that's sort of like deceptively simple on the surface, but there are a lot of mechanics, and there's a lot of there's a real deep dive you can do in terms of what the value of certain cards are, how they compare to others. Yeah, which is why I'm not pro. They came out with this new mode recently called Battlegrounds, which is kind of a 7v7 kind of, no, like it's an all v all really. Like it's a 7v all game mode where you kind of pre-draw card. It's too hard to describe really, but it's really fun, and it's something that you can do that doesn't really affect like your competitive score or anything. It's cool. But when I am deck building, the classes that I like to play are mostly Rogue and Hunter, I think. Some of my favourite decks of all time were a Rogue deck based around a card called Kingsbane. So I would like make it more powerful, and then its effect puts it back in the deck, and then draw it again, make it more powerful. It's cool. And then the other one I like is Pogo Hoppers, because they're cute, and it's a similar kind of effect, right, to Kingsbane. You buff them, and then keep drawing more of them. But both of those decks are kind of outdated now, so I don't really win with them anymore, and I don't have the drive to make any new decks. I just really play it kind of idly, really. But it gives you daily missions, and so I'll sign in to have a couple of games of it every day to get my daily missions. And then those daily missions give you gold. You can use that gold to buy packs, but I don't buy packs regularly. I will save up all of my gold until the next expansion comes out. So basically I play that game for free. I don't spend any money on it whatsoever. Like when the next expansion comes around, I'll have maybe 6,000 coins. So that's 60 packs. And then I'll buy 60 packs, and and then that's sort of my allotment for that expansion, right? Like I'll open them all at once. The last couple of ones I like sort of opened on stream. Maybe I'll do it there's an upcoming expansion coming out. So yeah, then that's sort of like my allowance for that expansion. Does that make sense? Yeah, really fun. It's got some fun solo, like kind of offline single player things you can do as well that are really fun. I really enjoy playing. And it was some of those solo modes, I think, that really got me back into it, because I would play those solo modes every day at lunch. I would go and sit somewhere quietly, have myself a nice little can of Coke at the vending machine or something, and I would play these single player modes. And so then eventually, once I'd completed them, that became just, playing Hearthstone, doing my missions every day at lunch. And so then, it became a habit, and now I play every day. If you want to be my friend on there, I'll put my Blizzard code. I'll put my Blizzard code at the end. Probably the most recent game I've been playing a lot of is Pokemon Shield. Ben's got Pokemon Sword, I've got Pokemon Shield, and I wanted Pokemon Shield because some of the exclusive Pokemon in it were more to my taste. I wanted them, but I think that the legendary in Pokemon Sword is cooler than the one in Pokemon Shield. I forget their names. There's Zacian and Zamazenta, but I forget which one is what. Anyway, I think the one with the sword is cooler, but that's not the one I got, unfortunately. And although I've finished the main game and done kind of everything you can do story-wise, it's still really fun to do raids with people. Although the reason that's mostly fallen by the wayside is the people that I would raid with, I'm now playing Animal Crossing with, so there's not really anyone about to do them. But there is an expansion coming out for it pretty soon, I think. It might even be this month. I don't know, if I know it, I'll put the release date here. But it's called Isle of Armor, and it's adding like some more story content to the game. So I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to playing that. It adds some more Pokemon as well, I think, which is really, really sick, because obviously not all of the world's Pokemon are in Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is cool. Another debate. Don't bring up the national dex. Don't bring up the national dex. But I do, I've popped back into it once or twice since Animal Crossing came out, but it's not a whole bunch. I keep meaning to, because I do want to raise a good team of level 100 Pokemon, and getting lots of Pokemon up to level 100, I think the quickest way is to be doing raids. No one's doing raids at the moment because they're in Animal Crossing, but I guess those kind of things will change once the Isle of Armor comes out, and that'll be enough time as well for everyone to have gotten into a kind of slow routine with Animal Crossing. Maybe they'll still be playing it, but maybe there won't be so much crazy buzz about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Isle of Armor, Pokemon Sword. No, Shield, Pokemon Shield. That's the one I've got. I just think of it as Sword because that's normally the one that's named first. They don't call it Shield and Sword. One game I've really wanted to play recently is Final Fantasy XII, because that as well has been re-released on Switch and it's on sale at the moment, but it's just, and I keep whinging about this to so many people, but it's just like funny times, right? While I've still got stuff to play and I'm going to want to buy that Isle of Armor, can I really justify buying Final Fantasy XII? It was the Final Fantasy game that really got me into the series. If you're not familiar with it, Final Fantasy is like a big fantasy RPG type thing. They're a Japanese series. And it's all very like micromanaging your characters, their classes, their abilities, you know, their stats, their roles, and I'm sort of really into that kind of stuff. And I played the original Final Fantasy XII on the PS2 when I was young, and that's how I got into the Final Fantasy series, and it was really, really fun. And this is like a remake of it, and it's got loads of quality of life upgrades and stuff like that, which I think would be really, really sick to play. But I've got so much on my shelf as well that I still haven't played. I haven't played the remake of God of War. Like, there's so much that I need to get round to. So then that makes me feel guilty for spending any more money on it, right? But, yeah. It's like a massive first world problem. I've got so many ways to spend my time while I'm indoors. But because I'm having so much fun making these videos, I'm not playing a huge amount of games. Mostly it's just Animal Crossing and my little daily dose of, Hearthstone. So, but yeah. Those are the games that are keeping me busy while I'm in quarantine. Bye!